Welcome dear students to YouTube channel Shashwati Shama. My dear beloved sons and daughters, all of you know that this is an educational channel guiding the budding degree and diploma engineers in their pursuits of technical knowledge. Dear sons and daughters, today I will discuss with you some aspects of managerial practices, that means the management the importance of management, or how the job is managed in a industry, because you are going to get your services in the industry and be the managers or the supervisors, whatever may be the position of you in industry, you will be a part of the motion of the industry in forward. Now, my dear sons and daughters, before I go into the depth of discussion, I request you to press the like button, share button, and obviously those who are new to this video channel are requested to press the subscription button, and all of you are requested once more not to forget to leave your comments and the suggestions in the comment box regarding the topics and the subjects you like to have discussed in this video channel or the YouTube channel, and enliven me by your comments, whatever may be the stringency of it is either very good or very bad, whatever it is appearing to you, do not hesitate to write in the comment box and boost me up for making such other you say that is the videos in the future. So let the boys and girls, let us come to the discussion itself. At the beginning of the discussion, I proceed with what is the definition of management. Management is a judicious blend of science, arts, and the professionalism. In the field of management, when you are given four important things, these four important things consist of: number one, the manpower; number two, the money, that is the power, money power; the third is the material power; and the fourth is machine power. That means man, money, material, machine. These four things constitute the whole of organization's resources. An organization moves forward with your assistance in your managerial capability to get the resources processed in such a way that a common goal is achieved and you produce a product in your workshop at a minimum cost with high efficiency, and that products are sold in market with maximum of dividend, a maximum of profit from that business. So you are going to run a technical business, so you should also learn some aspects of management. Then what is to be discussed in management? That is the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling an organization's resources. Now this planning, organizing, directing, and controlling constitute the core functions. The function of a manager in a industry required to be a planner, an organizer, a leader, and a controller, and also the head of recruitment, giving training to the trainees who are recruited, and so on performances the manager will go on executing in his seat in the industry. When he is seated at a high post in the industry, he will be a planner, organizer, leader, controller, and also the person behind recruitment. Now, let us discuss these 5 core functions one by one. First of all comes planning. What is planning? My dear sons and daughters, you know that in planning, when you are a student, you plan that you want to achieve very good numbers in your examination, in the papers you clear at the end of the year. Now what you do? You choose books upon which you will stress, you will choose the syllabus, you choose the topics, subjects in the book which you will give importance, the first importance. Next, you choose the other topics which are not so important, so you read them in the second line. In this way, you plan your study material such a way that you can get fully prepared and ready to achieve very good success in the exam. In every human activity, the planning before the job is started has got a very important part to play. Now, planning is constituted of 3 things. Number 1, definition of goal. Number 2, setting strategies. And number 3, outlining steps for achieving the goal. Now, I tell you, before I discuss the planning, how will you do the planning, either in your office, how will you manage the office, how will you manage the workshop, there will be the planning on your part. In the society, when you are working as a social person, what will be your planning? There also these questions will be similarly important. Even in your family, you will have to plan the functions you are going to do in the fourfold of your house. Dear sons and daughters, before I go into the deep in our discussion, I tell you the resources about which we are talking every time in the organization, in any organization, either it is a office, either it is a factory, either it is a society, either your family, everywhere these 4 resources are playing a vital role in getting some work or functions done. Now, how these 4 resources, man, material, money, machine, play vital role in society? Suppose you are going to hold a musical concert, then how will you arrange them? By exploitation of these 4 resources. Suppose you need to make a dais upon which the singers will sing the songs in the program. Now you see, you need to employ some person, that is the manpower, that is man, to build a platform, to build a stage upon which the singers will sit. So man is required. Next, you need some money because you need to make a stage by the sticks, the clothes, the microphone, the light, etc. So you need money to either hire them or partly purchase them to make a stage made by the persons you require to employ for the job. Next comes the materials. Materials are these things, that is the sticks or the bamboo sticks, the clothes, the microphones, the lights, etc. So the chairs for the visitors sitting, the audience should sit in the chair, so you have to hire them. So these are the materials. And now comes, what is the machines? Yes, my son, there is also involvement of machine. Because during the making of, you see, the stage, the canopy above the stage, the workforce you have employed to make it, use the hammer, the screws, the nails, the ropes, and such other things which constitute for this job the machineries. The tools and tackles here can be called the necessary machineries, particularly for this job. Now I give you an example where in your house, in your family, you feel the emergency need of these four resources. Then it is your familial resource. How? Suppose you want to have a vegetable curry in your lunch. Then what you have to do, in the first position, you have to choose a person who will make the vegetable curry for you. So the man is required and its importance is understood. Next comes money, that you need to give it to your person who will make the curry, his remuneration. Next comes, the money is required for purchasing the potato, brinjal, lady's finger, onion, and such other things for making the vegetable curry. So the importance of money is understood. Next comes to materials. That I have told you, that you are purchasing potato, brinjal, lady's finger, onion. These are the raw materials, and that is the materials to do the vegetable curry, and their importance is also understood. Now comes the question of, you see, machineries. What machineries are required here to do the vegetable curry? Simple. The utensils, the cauldron, the saucepan, the ladle, the spoon, all these things are the, for this particular job of making vegetable curry, these things constitute the machineries. So, now again, when you are preparing the vegetable curry, what you do? First of all, you wash the vegetables, then cut them into pieces. These things is in your mind. You do these things one after another. Now, how do you know that these things will be done like this way? That is, cutting the vegetables, pouring some mustard oil in the cauldron. Before that, you light up the gas oven, and in this way you prepare the vegetable curry. But these procedures, that is cutting vegetable, putting the cauldron on the gas oven, lighting up the gas oven, when the cauldron is hot, you pour some mustard oil into it, let it be hot and bubbling, then you put the cut vegetables into it, and these things you go on doing just because everything is in your mind that what this will be done after this, and this is coming from the previous planning. That is, you went to the market, you bought the vegetables, you gave it to the person who is engaged for preparing vegetable soup and such thing. These everything were in your mind as a planning. So, planning is constituted by three heads, that is, number one, definition of goal, number two, setting strategies, and number three, outlining steps for achieving goal. Definition of goal. Goal means what you are going to do. That is goal. In the planning, you ask three questions to yourself. What to do, when to do, and how to do. Now, what to do is the definition of goal. Suppose you are in a small industry, you are the shop floor manager, there the nuts and bolts are manufactured, and with the different modern machines, that is modern lathe machine, the thread cutting machine, you prepared the nuts and bolts. Now, another company, suppose a powering industry, gives you an order, gives your company an order of supplying 10,000 SS bolts, stainless steel bolts to them, and the tender you have received from the purchaser. Now, what is the goal to achieve this? What? To achieve this what? That is, you have to make or you have to manufacture 10,000 stainless steel bolts within a pre-selected time frame. What is the pre-selected time frame? That is, you say 3 months. There are 3 months time span, and you have to do the manufacture of 10,000 SS bolts. So this is the goal. Now what is the setting strategies? The strategies means which machines will be used for making these bolts, from whom the stocks or blanks will be purchased for rendering them into the bolts, the skilled manpower, the unskilled manpower, and the semi-skilled manpower, whom to employ and where. Decision of these steps of working gives the setting of strategies on your part for getting the job done in your shop floor. Now, outlining steps for achieving goal. Now, what are the outlining of steps? It is more or less synonymous with setting strategies, but it is a little bit different. Where is the difference? That you select out of 10 skilled operators or workers, you select 5 operators or the lathe machine operator or the worker to do the lathe machining job. You then select the semi-skilled operators for thread cutting job, and you select from the group of unskilled worker to help the skilled and semi-skilled worker by taking the stocks or blanks to them, to provide them the cutting tools, etc., etc. And then what you will do? Outline the steps of achieving goal. That you select a person who will check the quality of the products before sending them to the purchaser. Then you send, when the checking is complete, you give it to, you instruct the quality controller to pass on the material to the packaging department. And there is a person who packages the material, and there is another who arranges vehicles from logistics and send the material to the office of the purchaser. So these are the outlining the steps for achieving goal. Next comes organizing. You should be a good organizer, and in your organization you will have to do three things. That is arranging work, getting allocation of resources, and thirdly the assignment of labor for achieving goal. In brief, arranging work means I was talking about you select 5 best skilled worker from your workforce and give them the job of operating lathe machine, that is either controlled by NC numerical control or that is very sophisticated lathe machine, and give them the task of executing turning in those machines. You give a group of semi-skilled workers to cut thread on the stock after turning, and then you give the charge of helping skilled and the semi-skilled workers. This instruction is given to the unskilled operators or the workers. So what happens? You divide or you arrange the work among the labor force. Now, to every work you need some resources. Here resources may be called the money, and by use of this resource, the money allocated to you by your authority, you will purchase the raw material, that is the blanks or the stocks of SS bolts. Then you give the remuneration, overtime, incentive to the workers. You remit the bill of electricity bill payment, you do the electricity bill payment and such other things with the money. And you should be decisive and judicious in claiming the money from your authority for doing the job. You should look into the matter that at minimum cost and at minimum of rejection of material in the quality control section, you produce the products, you manufacture the products with the best satisfaction of the purchaser, so that he gives you order next time. Now comes the third question, assignment of labor for achieving goal. Assignment of labor. This is also a kind of related to arranging work. You assign the labor, that means you determine who will do what job. This is also similar to arranging the work. Now, achieving the goal, there are association of so many people in this work, and the workers who will do the technical job, you will have to associate the finance also. Why finance will be involved? Because the amount of profit that you will charge on the finished product will be decided by the finance person. They will guide you in the charging of profit on the finished product. There will be the maintenance people who will be kept on alert, so that in the cases of hindrances in the working, that is the power cut, somewhere the power trouble has appeared, some issues in the power supply has appeared. The mechanical maintenance is also involved in the case when some machine is throwing troubleshooting, and for their setting, for those things set right, the maintenance people will be called in. So the electrical maintenance, mechanical maintenance, all of them will be informed that you are going on such a execute such a job, and it will require their assistance. So assignment of labor for achieving the organizational goal will include not only you, your workshop, and the workforce of your workshop, not that. You will also require help from finance, also require help from your HRA department, your maintenance department, and it is a teamwork. So you are a team leader. And next step that I am going to discuss is that as a team leader, you have to proceed with the job such a way that it is successfully manufactured, the work is done within specified time with specified accuracy of the material, and it is this consignment is sent to the purchaser's workshop within the time frame they have given to you. Now in the case of leadership, you need to do three things. You have to motivate the reluctant workers to do the work. You have to guide the workforce who are stepping back to understand a drawing or a design, and give directions to the workforce to achieve the organizational goal. Now what is motivation? That you will talk or take actions in such a way that the reluctant workforce is converted to a interested person to do the work. Simply speaking, to motivate, to change the mindset of a reluctant worker into an interested worker is the motivation. And guidance, suppose some drawing is not understood by a worker. You explain it and make it clear to his mind that this drawing is saying this thing. You make an easy description and explanation of the drawing to the worker, and this is the guidance. Or he is giving you that some problem is coming in the work. Then you guide him that you tackle this problem in this way and you will overcome it. And he has overcome. And this is your guidance. And directions to work for, that is, you give instructions that you do this job. Someone is sick and he has taken leave, the medical leave. You cannot avoid medical leave. You cannot force a person against the medical leave to do what? So you instruct someone else that you make a makeshift arrangement here to do this, his job who is absent just now. So in this way you manage, for the managing the job, go to the completion, to see that the job is going to the completion. You have to exercise your leadership quality by motivating, guiding and directing the workforce towards the achievement of organizational goal. Now you become a controller. What is the controller? The controller of the dimension of the finished product. What is that? It may appear some difficult to you. You become a monitor of the performance at regular intervals. What is monitoring of performance? That in intermittent way, that is every now and then you go to the workshop, you check the dimension of the products coming out from the machines such that there is no defect secretly crept in the product. If any product is defective, it will be rejected in the quality control section, and that will be a loss for the company you are running or you are a part. So you should be very much cautious, and you should make supervision, or you should check every now and then the dimension of the product and compare it with the specification given by the purchaser, such that there is no fault in the job. You will also look after the machines. Those are running for a long time and the products are coming from them. So you should instruct the workers that they should be careful about the health of the machine, the healthy power supply, etc. and etc. So monitoring the performance includes so many things. You will instruct the workers to do the job speedily. Along with that, less material is wasted, their energy is expended fully for the production and the quality production, and you should be vigilant over the health of the machine, the good power supply, the environment of the workshop atmosphere, and so on things. Next comes comprising results with the goal. The quality control department will compare the products with their dimension with the specification given by the purchaser. It is important because it finds out if any defect is there in the product. If much defect is there in the product, it will be rejected by the purchaser. So before going to the purchase department, the manufacturing department will check the quality of the products. And if some product is found to be defective, you should take care to make corrective measures in getting the products flawless or defectless. So this is the work of a controller, or the controlling of the production. Now comes staffing. What is staffing? That the recruitment of staff, training them, get them trained and retain them in the right place for achieving the goal. That means you recruit the staff. How you will recruit the staff? You take written examination of the candidates who are aspiring to join your company. By written test, what you will do? You will judge the depth of technical knowledge of the candidates who are coming to your company. Next, you take the interview. In this interview, you will judge the mindset or the mental makeup of the candidate who is coming to your company. You will come to understand that whether these boys and girls are suitable for your industry or not. So, recruitment, judgment of recruiting policies are very important in the case of a high-ranking manager. Next comes training of the staff. The staff should be those who are just recruited, are coming from the college or university. They have no practical knowledge in the industry. So they should be trained in the industrial atmosphere and industrial working, how industry works. They should be trained in that working system. And such that you should spend minimum of money to get the candidates trained in such a way that they will give you a good return when they are employed in different departments of your organization. Now, retention of competent person. That is, you put the competent person at a place where he works, you may say, wonder. If someone is placed, suppose you are placed in the workshop and you are working very good, you are returning very good dividend to the employer. So, your expertise is at such a level that you are very much competent in the workshop. So, you will be kept in the workshop for a long time, such that from the workshop the employer gets huge benefit by employing you in that particular position. So, for the achievement of organizational goal, staffing is a very important thing. You have to choose the right person for the right place in the right department of your organization. And it is done by the recruitment, training and retention of the competent person in the right place of your organization. Next comes divisions in management. There are three ranking in the management. The rank of managers. Suppose the top management constituted of chairman or president, vice president, directors, executive directors and such other officials at the top level. They are top management. They plan the policies, how the industry will run in the future, how the money will be gathered for doing the manufacturing job, and how the profit will be gathered from the selling of the products. So everything are decided by the top management. Next, middle management. That is you. You are the manager of a shop floor. Above you there is senior manager. Above him is deputy general manager. Above him is additional general manager, and above him is general manager. Now, you execute the job to materialize the policies planned by the top management. So, top management is the policy planner and you are the executives who execute that policies to get a dividend of your expectation. Now, who are the operational management? The operational management is the operators and the workers. Those people constitute the operational or frontline management. They do the job by their hands and tools and tackles and raw materials. They are the people at the grassroots level. Now, my dear sons and daughters, we have come to the point, principles of management. There are certain principles that a manager should follow to be successful in the achievement of goal, the organizational goal. We are all involved with the organizational goal. You should always view that the organizational goal is achieved at minimum cost and with maximum of efficiency, so that the profit is maximum. Now, it is these principles, that is 14 principles, are given by Henry Fayol. He was born in 1841 and he died in 1925. Now, these 14 principles I tell you in short and give you the description of these principles in a brief manner. First one is division of work. That is, you divide the job. That is the making of the steel balls among the workers. That is, the skilled workers are given some job, in the ultra modern machine. The semi-skilled workers are given job in a general machine, and the unskilled workers are advised to help the skilled workers and the semi-skilled workers. This is the division of work. Next comes authority and responsibility. Authority means you have the authority to give command to the workers, and workers are also given the authority to take decision about the finished products, how they will choose the tools and tackles and the machine they will run, the best running of the machine, the minimum wastage of time, the minimum wastage of material. As you have given them the instruction, they have the authority to execute the jobs in such a way that the finished product is sent to the purchaser's office with a success and flawless or defectless, such that they are happy. The purchaser is happy. So you give some amount of authority to the workers, and you yourself command the wand of authority over the working people. And next comes responsibility. What is the responsibility? You are responsible to get the job done in 3 months. So you give the responsibility of doing the job very neat and cleanly and with success, finish the product, and there is no rejection in the quality control department. You give that responsibility to the workers, and they are alert about their responsibility, that they will not waste time, they will not side talk and distract the mind of his co-workers, etc., etc. So this is the responsibility, that you will do the job to the best of your ability. This is the responsibility. Next comes discipline. Discipline means there is the harmony of work in the total atmosphere, that is in the total environment of the workshop. The workers are working with attention, and there is no wastage of time, money, power, machine hour, man hour, etc., etc. So this is discipline. Unity of command, that is, you give command to your supervisor or the worker. If there are 3 shop floor managers and they are commanding a single worker, someone else is giving a instruction to go right, you give instruction to go straight, and someone else in your department, that is another shop floor manager, gives instruction that you go left. So in which direction he will go? So in the organization there will be unity of command, that you will get command from single superior authority. He will get command from another single superior authority, and you will give command. Command means the instruction to the supervisor, only you will give in your department. There will be no other person of your status will give command to the supervisor. This is called unity of command. Otherwise, a chaos will arise in the working place. The workers will be befooled whom to accept the command, of whom we will accept the command. The workers will feel confused. Similarly, the unity in direction, that is, you give instruction to the workers such that they make a joint action to a single goal. That those who are working in the, suppose in the lathe machine, in the turning machine, suppose in a job more than 2 or 3 machines are included, they all are aligned to work for a common goal. So your direction to them, your instructions to them will be directed for a achievement of a single organizational goal, and these workers will be aligned. Maybe they are working in different machines, different departments, but all are working for a common organizational goal. And your decision, your instruction will be such that they are not confused, they are not perplexed somehow to achieve their work. Now comes subordination of small interest to large interest. Yes, small interest means a single person's interest, and large interest, that is the total workshop's interest or the organization's interest. Suppose there is the work is going on war footing. Now a person comes and seeks leave for enjoying a cinema show. You will not allow him because you have to send consignment with a short spell of time, and the workers all are working, giving extra zeal to somehow manage to manufacture the product within the short spell of time. And in this condition, someone is wanting leave. So let him sacrifice his small interest to the larger interest of the client or the organization. So this is the subordination of small interest to large interests. Next comes remuneration. You have to give salary to the employees, their overtime, their incentive, and you should be very decisive in framing the salary structure so that the employees, there are different ranks of employees in your workshop, all are not drawing the same salary, but none of them are dissatisfied by the money or the salary you are giving them. So remuneration should be decisively packaged. Next comes centralization and decentralization. What is centralization? Centralization means there will be a single head who will give the final decision regarding the dispute, conflict, etc., which cannot be settled by the smaller departments. Suppose in your factory wherein you are working, there are 10 departments. Some is workshop, some is IT section, some is, chemical section, some is the finance department, some is HRD department, and such other 10 or 15 departments. Now, there are departmental heads. They are given the power to some extent to take independent decision in the case of dispute. But when two departments are in conflict, they are disputing with a common thing, then the decision of the head, the ultimate head of the organization, that is, the general manager. He is the supreme power of the organization. His decision is binding upon the departments. He is the centrally powered person, and the head of the different departments are the decentralized persons. Decentralized power is given to them. Those head of the departments of different departments, the departmental heads are given the decentralized power, that they can exercise their power to some extent. Not the final decision they will take. Final decision will be taken the centralized person, and they are the decentralized persons. Next comes scalar chain. Scalar chain is that general manager, he is at the top of the management, he will give instruction to additional general manager. Additional general manager will instruct the deputy general manager, he will instruct the HODs, HODs will give instruction to the manager. That is, there is the stem of hierarchy in which the higher authority gives instruction to the lower authority, and in a straight formation of hierarchy. That is like a scale. That is in a ruler, there are the graduations. Similarly, in the hierarchy stem, hierarchy scale, the positions of different officers are marked in this way, that the instructions are coming from top to the bottom through one by one authorities. Next comes order. The order in the workshop or in the industry means there is everything is in arranged manner, arranged fashion, that the workers need not to waste much time to fetch material, raw material, or the tool tackles, or the chemicals from different parts of the workshop. Everything is arranged at their fingertip. The power is given to the machines in a very good manner, in a good way, and there is everything is moving with accordance. There is no discordance. Everything is in accordance. The work is going very smoothly, and there is no mess or any haphazard things. There is no thing is in a haphazard fashion. That is called there is order in the workshop. Now equity. What is equity? You see, my sons and daughters, equity is your behavior impartial to all the workers. You should be impartial to all the workers. You should not have any special favoritism for anyone. You will love them all equal. You will punish them with all equal wrongdoing. For all person, if a worker makes a mistake, you give him punishment. If someone else makes the same mistake, you give the same punishment. You will not show any favoritism for him. Otherwise, the workers will develop displeasure for you. Now comes stability in tenure of personnel. The stability of tenure of personnel means the persons will have full confidence to complete his tenure of service without any punishment. That means he will not be retrenched or his service will not be terminated in between his service life. He is confident that his service will not be terminated by you at any time he makes a silly mistake. For silly mistakes or for any mistake, you will try to mend him, but you will not cut short his service. Now comes initiative. Initiative means the extra zeal the workers are giving to the work. That means the workers, some of the workers are working for a longer time without claiming the benefit. That is, overtime. The workers are not demanding overtime but working for longer time. This may be said to be their special initiative for the job. Now, esprit de corps. This means that the workers are feeling united. They are feeling that they work for a common goal. That goal is the goal of organization, which need to be achieved with success. they will feel a brotherhood for each other. There will be no ill feeling for each other. And also they will respect their superior authority, that you will be respected by them. They will work without questioning your authority. So you should always be friendly with them such that you will not never tell, I tell you, I instruct you. You will forget telling them I. Always call, we need to do that. We are to achieve this. We are to work in this fashion. We are to tackle the problems in this way. Never tell, I tell you do that. Always tell that you are advised to do this. So, this is the way of binding the workforce to achieve the organizational goal. This is called esprit de corps, that is the unity among the workers. Thinking about their finer senses, employing their finer senses, appealing to their finer senses, you unite them under the one canopy. This is called esprit de corps. Now, I have discussed about 14 principles. The best of my ability I tried to satisfy you, and I think you are satisfied. However, if you have any question regarding the description or the explanation of the 14 principles and the 5 core functions of management, you may put those questions in the comment box and I will try my best to satisfy you with the answers. Now, before finishing the discussion, I like to mention a few points on Henry Fayol, who is called the father of general management. He was mining engineer in Paris, France, and in his book General and Industrial Management, he wrote about management principles. His book was published in the year 1960. He died on 1925. My dear sons and daughters, before finishing the discussion, I request you once more to press the like button, the subscription button who are new, and the share button, such that I am boosted up for producing similar videos in future. And here is, I have discussed only preliminary things of management, and I hope if you patronize, I will be able to give you discussions on management for a few other so many videos. So, for the time being, I take goodbye from you. Best of luck.